Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Anson here, and today, I'm going to be attempting to build a mini Imgur type application, basically an image upload application. And I kind of have an idea on what we need to do, I haven't done this before, and so I think it'd be a pretty fun project to implement. So let me actually go ahead and go into my GitHub. And I'm gonna go ahead and create a repository, and we're just gonna call this image upload clone. I'm gonna rename it eventually. I don't have like a nice name to think of right now. So if I do, we will come across it later. So I'm gonna go ahead and create a private repository. I will public it later, like right after I'm like done implementing it. I'll upload all the code, and then you guys will be able to fork it, clone it, start whatever you want to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get started. So I'm gonna clone the repository. We're cloning an empty one. Okay, cool. So now I'm just gonna open up my editor. Okay, so before we even get started on just thinking about the code, let's talk about how the process is going to work, because it seems pretty simple. We just need a web server. We just need that web server to be able to set the images, and then we're going to need to save those images to our file system. And we're going to need to generate a random hash for each image, because basically if you look at Imgur images, right, if we go on imgur.com, usually images would be something like, it would have like some string like E5TFTY, for example, and then that can be an image, and it would end with .jpeg or .png and etc. That would take you to, I think, the direct file. But if you do something like, if you just have like without the extension, it would just take you to like the Imgur page, and it would just show like the image embedded onto the web page. So we're not going to like dig too deep into that. We're just going to have it so that it will give us the desired file that we need. And so the first thing that comes to my mind is, well, we're going to need some kind of database to obviously keep track of all of the images. The question is, what would be the image destination, right? So for example, we can have, let me just create a new file. Let me just app.js. For example, if I zoom in a little bit, for example, we can have things like imgur.com/ddftr. That would be one path, right? That would take us to some, meme or some other random pic. This one would take us to some other picture, etc., right? For us, I mean, we could generate random strings like this. The easiest thing to go about is probably just using MongoDB, our database, and for each image we can take the document object ID and use that as the path for our image. So if you don't know, I'll show it to you in just a sec. But I think for the database, it would be very easy to use MongoDB. Since we don't really have so much relational data to be dealing with, all we really need is just to keep track of the images, okay? So, okay, I think now that you guys have a good understanding of how it's going to work, I mean, really, all it is just a simple, it's going to be a simple form. And we're just going to click on it, we're going to upload, and then that's really it. Okay, so I'm gonna use Express for the front end. Express for the back end. So let's see, Express. Let's install that. I'm trying to think of what else we are going to need. We're definitely going to need MongoDB, but I'm going to be using Mongoose, which is an ORM. And we're also going to need, let's see, do we need Bootstrap? I do want to use some kind of front-end framework to make it look nice, but for now we'll leave it like this. So let me actually just create a .gitignore file, and we're going to ignore the node modules folder. I don't think I'll need any environment variables, but I'll just leave that there for now. And then I'm going to ignore the package log.json file. Okay, cool. Alright, so let's go ahead and just get started with our application. And I'm not really going to add any authentication for this we're just basically trying to do like a speed run or like a speed build. I'll add authentication maybe in another video, but for now I'm just focused on just building a application that anyone can use without having to be authorized. And you don't need to be authorized to use Imgur. You can make an account, of course, but you don't need to be authorized. Okay, so let's start off with the middleware. So we're gonna say app.use, and we're gonna say express.json. Though I don't think we're gonna be using any JSON data, so but just in case. And then URL like encoded. This is going to be true. Normally it'd be false. I know that. So with URL encoded, if you set extended to false, it would only take in everything but I think objects. I think extended can take in anything. So we're gonna need to set it to true because we're going to be taking in files as input, and that's what's gonna allow the files to be parsed into the request object. Okay. And honestly, I'm just gonna say app.listen. We're just gonna force it to use port 3000 for now. I know it's not really good practice to hardcode that, but I'm just trying to do this as fast as possible. I'm gonna set up a quick. I'll set up the scripts later, but let's just do node mod app.js. Okay, cool. So our server is running right now. If I go to port 3000, cool. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go and set the view engine. App.set view engine. We're gonna set this to EJS, and I might need to actually install EJS. Wait, this should have been node mod. Yes. Okay. So save that. So EJS. I'm gonna go ahead and just say npm IJS. That's the template engine, which is what we're going to be using to actually render templates to the front end. So for example, let's go and create a file called views, and let's go ahead and create a folder called routes. So views, let's just create a simple template, index.ejs, and this is going to be standard, HTML document. So doc.html. And let's see, HTML, we have a head, title, image upload. Let's go ahead and do a body, and let's just say hello world. Oh, okay, so we have the template, we need to actually render it. So if I do app.get slash, taking the request and response object, and if I do res.render index, this is going to look inside the views folder and look for an index.ejs file. So now if I refresh, hello world, just like that. Okay, so we're not going to worry so much about the front end. All I need is just a simple form. And the action, I think I want this to be, I want this to actually happen asynchronously. So I'm not going to worry so much about the action. But what I'm going to do is I want to go ahead and say input type is going to be a file. And I think for form we need to set the enc type, and enc type should be multi-part form data. So this will actually be able to take in files. And so if I go ahead and refresh, if I say choose file, you can see I can actually upload my files now, and you can see that over here those are my resumes, of course, but we would need actual images. Okay, so let's see, no file chosen. Let me actually go to my desktop real quick. So I do have a photo over here. I think that's a background, and you can see it says the name of the file over there. Okay, so actually, let me actually Google something real quick. HTML input file, and hopefully I can get some. Okay, accept. We want to only accept images. Accept only images. There should be some kind of XPG. Okay. I think we have to manually specify all of the extensions that we want. Instead of just setting it to only images, we have to specify which one. So PNG, GIF, or JPEG. Okay, I wonder if that would work for just regular JPEG. Okay, and I think, let's see, what else? Okay, I think this should be fine. Let's click this. Let's refresh this again. Let's click it, and you can see now we have the GIF file and PNG JFIF. But that's actually a different type though. But you can see the PNG should be over there. Okay, so we have the form. That's fine for now. We're not going to worry so much about the front end. We are just focused on implementing the back end. That's the more interesting part. We can work on it later on. Okay, so let's just say we're on this page over here. And when I click choose file, basically we need a button. So let's actually have that button. Totally forgot about that. Submit. Oh, whoops. It should be button. Upload. We'll do type. Just be a button. And let's refresh. You can see. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna need some client-sided JavaScript. So we're gonna need to add an event listener to this button. So I'm just gonna give this a simple ID upload button. And we're gonna need some JavaScript. So since we're gonna be having some client-sided JavaScript, I'm gonna go ahead and create a folder called public. And we're gonna create a folder called scripts inside there. And all of our JavaScript's gonna go inside there. But we need to actually set the public assets, the public directory, with Express, and we do that by saying app.static. No, wait. I think it's express.static and then the directory. So it's going to be underscore dir name. Oh, wait. Dir name plus public. I think that should be okay. Or actually, wait, I think it's actually app.use. Okay, hopefully I got it right. Because I rarely ever use Express for frontend, but Express set public. It should be right here. App.use express.static public. Okay. We just get rid of this then. Okay, that should be fine. And we can test this out too. So what we're going to do is I'm going to create a file called index.js. And inside index.ejs, we can specify the script down here. Script source index.ejs. And that should work. Oh, wait, whoa. So public scripts index.js. Okay, and let me just do a simple alert. Hello. And if I go ahead and refresh, perfect. All right, the JavaScript is registered perfectly. All right. So basically what I just did was I set the public folder. So this would be all things like, HTML files, CSS, client-sided JavaScript, all that would go inside here. And we set that using app.use express.static public. Okay, perfect. So it's exactly what I want. And I want to add an event listener to this button. So I'm going to go ahead and say, let's see, let upload button equal document query selector, and we're going to say, it should be get element by ID. I'm going to say upload button, click, and on click, we're going to make a HTTP post request. Let me just do console.log. Making HTTP post request. Okay, so let's open up. Whoa there. How do I get this to the site again? Right here. Alright. So let's just say click. Perfect. Okay, but we need to also validate. We need to make sure that the input is not blank. So what I'll do is I'll just say, let's see, how to check input blank JS. We need to make sure that they are actually, it's not actually empty. So I think what we could do is we can just check the value of it. So let me go ahead and say let input equal document dot query selector input, and let's just console.log input dot value, and it should be null maybe. Yeah, there we go. Let's go ahead and attach this. There we go. Fake path, and then we perfect. Okay, awesome, cool. Okay, so I think that's undefined actually, or an empty string. I'm not sure exactly. Type of value, input dot value. Just check the type real quick. String. Okay, so it seems like that is a string, though it should not be a string though, because the type is a file. But okay, regardless. Okay, I think it's fine. Okay, so let's just say if input dot value dot length is equal to 0, please upload a file. Let's try that. Okay. Perfect. Okay, and if it's not length, okay, so we're basing it off of the length of the file name. But I think that should be good enough validation for now. And then okay. Let's just say please upload a file. Alright, so let's start this again. Perfect. Okay. And then now we go ahead and attach this file and we upload it. Okay, perfect. That's great. And this is where we're going to call the backend. We're going to call the backend. So we're going to call a URL. So let's actually create a route now. So I'm going to create a route. I'm going to call this upload.js. And we're going to require the express.router. A router is basically just like a mini application, part of your Express app, and it's used to pretty much route other paths, other routes for your application. So you don't want to keep all your routes in just the main app.js file. You want to split it up. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and say router.get, and this main slash path is actually going to be the slash upload. So it's actually not going to be a .get, but it's going to be a .post. Okay. Now let's go ahead and just say console log retrieving post request. Okay. So this endpoint is going to take an post request for uploading. Now let's actually register our routes. Let's just say const upload route equal require okay, excuse me. Oh, I'm yawning. Upload route. Okay, cool. So that's going to register the upload route for us. Alright, I think that's all we'll need for now. Okay, so now on the front end, we're going to need to use fetch API, which is built in with it's part of the browser. I think it's part of the browser, but we can just say fetch, and we're just gonna say HTTP localhost port 3000 /upload. And we're going to say method is going to be post, and we're going to need to submit the file. So what I'm trying to figure out is how to actually get the file, because right now we have input, right? Because normally when you have multi-part form data, if you have the button in there, you just specify the post request to the backend. But we're trying to do this asynchronously though, so we're trying to make it so that when we upload it, all we want to do is we don't want it to go to the next page. We want it to stay on the same page, and then once it's done uploading, we'll just provide a link for the user. So let me just do some Googling real quick. HTML, JS, send file. Let's see. Because we have this, but the value only gets the path of the file. Unless you're trying, yeah, this guy even says unless you're trying to, we're trying to do asynchronous though. So, but this is for JSP. Let's see. My only concern is I see files. Okay, let's try this. So let me go ahead and comment this part out. Let's say console.log input.files. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. I think that should be fine. There we go. Perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. Okay. Okay, great. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. And I think what we want to do is we want to get, the max is only going to be 1. So we're going to need to create a new form data object and append it. Because that's how I did it with when I was doing an Angular for a project. Perfect. Okay. Let's see. So we're going to go ahead and say let form data equal new form data. Form data.append. The name is going to be photo. And we're going to go ahead and say input.files subscript 0. Okay, so we have this, but we need to actually send it to the backend server. So that part I'm not sure about, but I think we can send it in the body, I think. JS send fetch send file fetch API. Okay, so with the fetch API, the body would just be the file, but we need the actual form data. Fetch send form data. How to post with the GPI. I think this should be okay, hopefully. Form data, and then goes to the log. The response. Error. Console log error. Okay, hopefully this should be okay. So let's try this. Retrieving post request. Okay, we're not sending anything back. So on the back end, let's actually go ahead and see if okay, we actually need Multer, which is going to be used for handling files. Multer. And they have really good documentation too. But pretty much it's a middleware for handling multi-port form data. So we're going to need it to actually, get the files and parse it. Okay, so let's see. Let's just require Multer. Multer equals require Multer. And okay, so for var upload multer.destination. So okay, that's this destination where the file is going to be saved. So const upload is going to equal to multer dot dest destination, and Hopefully this is for the relative path, not an absolute path. I hope that's the case. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and say just upload single photo. That's the name of the photo that we're sending from the front end. By photo I mean like the form data, like the body photo. Okay. And now like the files, where's the file? So if there are multiple files, oh okay, actually wait, no, since we're only uploading, or since we're only handling one file, it should be attached to the file. Okay, let's actually see if this works. So if I send this, so we haven't sent anything back yet, but on the back end, yes, we do have the file. And the destination, did it create a new folder? Yes, it did. And you can see, let me actually, I'll show you guys what the photo is. It's just a background. It's just this background over here. And the reason why it can't be opened because well, we can actually oh, that's all bytecode or byte. It's a binary file. We need to actually replace it with the .jpeg extension, because you can see over here we have the file name, or actually wait a minute, no, we have the original name, and then we have the media type with the path. Okay, so we actually need to replace the name. So right now you can see the name of the file. It actually generates, so Multer actually generates a random hash, or a random string for the file that was uploaded. What we need to do is we need to actually replace that name with the original name. Or I'm trying to think. Yeah, I guess we could do that. Because here's what I was thinking. What I was thinking is maybe we can actually create a new document in the database, get that object ID, and have that be the actual file name, instead of like relying on the original file name. If that makes sense, because the original file name, because there can be two files with the same name, and I don't want to override that. So we're gonna need to modify this middleware a little bit, and they actually allow you to do that. So right over here, you can go ahead. Okay, perfect. Okay, and we're gonna have to incorporate Mongoose in this. Okay, so you can see over here, the disk storage engine gives you full control on storing files to disk. So right now, all we're doing is we're just saving all of our files to this relative path img uploads folder, but we need to actually modify the name. And we need to actually use disk storage to change that up a little bit. So we're gonna just do that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna say const storage equals multer.disk storage, and this is going to, we're gonna say destination rec file cb is the callback function. Okay, so we're just going to cb null image uploads. Okay, that should be okay. Now, file name, this is where we're going to need to modify the file name. So rec file cb. So we're going to say cb null file dot original name. No, I'm sorry. Oh, here's what we're going to do. Okay. We're going to go ahead and okay, I got it. Let me delete this. So in here, we're going to create a new document. So let's go ahead and incorporate our database. We're going to say models. We're going to go ahead and just create a simple model for image.js. And we're going to say const mongoose. Just require mongoose. We're going to go and say const image schema equals new mongoose.schema. And let's see, all we need is We don't really need too much information. I'm trying to think. We do need the because right now, okay, we need the object ID, which is what we're going to be using for the file name. We're also going to need the path for the file. That's correct. So we're going to say file path. This type is going to be a string. Required is going to be. Do we know the file path at first? The question is, the answer is, I'm going to leave this for false for now. File path, and I think that's all we're going to need for now. That's all I want for now. We can obviously store other things too, like the original name of the file, but I'm not going to worry so much about that because again, this is just a prototype. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and say const image equals require or image. Hopefully that's not like an actual class. Okay. We're going to go ahead and create, so let's say let image equals new image. Okay, so we can go ahead and actually get the okay. And we can go ahead and I don't even know what I'm doing. Okay, first let me just actually copy this real quick. File dot original name. Let me just do this real quick for now. I just want to see what is actually outputted. Okay. I'm like blanking out right now. I'm trying to remember for our database. When I've used Mongo, did I ever needed to specify the? I think in the .connect should be fine. Image uploader. I mean, I hope this is correct, because I'm concerned about if it actually is going to target the correct database. Ah, man, I'm having a hard day. I gotta look at my old code real quick. Let me see. Give me 1 sec. I gotta check the server. I gotta check my I'm like blanking out right now for some reason. Ah, okay, there we go. Yes, I got it now. Okay, so what we do is we say mongoose.connect db localhost, and then we say image uploader, and then use new URL parser. We set that to true. Use unified topology equal true. Okay, and then log connected error console log error. Okay, perfect. There we go. We're connected to the correct database. Okay, so now let's go ahead and go back. here. Let's upload. Retrieving post request. Did it actually save? Nope, it did not. We're trying to print something inside over here. Why is that going inside here? So we have... Oh. I forgot to do that. Okay. Select that again. Okay, so hopefully this should... We have an error. Image is not a constructor. Oh. Yeah, there we go. We have to rename this. And I actually... I'm gonna rename it image upload. And I actually forgot to do one more thing. I don't know why I'm having such a... Okay, this right over here, we are compiling the schema into an actual model. So we're just gonna say images, and then we're gonna go ahead and just say image schema. But image is an actual ES6 class or JavaScript class, which I figured. That's why I was like questioning it earlier. That's why we're getting this. But we're gonna change this to just image upload. And that should be okay. Okay, so we have a 500 response. No such file directory. Okay, so yes, we have the actual document created, but we're getting this error, no such file directory, open documents, image clone, image uploads. Why is that the case? Shouldn't that create it? Oh, because we didn't create it. Okay. Oh, okay, I guess we gotta create it. So let's do that now. That should be okay. Let's try it again. Okay, perfect. So that worked just fine. We have the photo, but it still cannot be opened for some reason. That's so weird. That should be able to be opened. I don't know why. It's not. It was not being opened. Let me check my. Okay, well on VS Code, I guess we can't open images in VS Code, but in the on over here, if you see, you can see it was uploaded here. But the name of the file, we're gonna have to change it to the ID of the documents. Okay. So we already created the document. So now we're gonna go ahead and say file. The name of this is just gonna be image.id. Okay, because we want the name to be unique. But we also need to. Actually, I just realized that does not give us the .jpeg. We need the .jpeg. So how do we get that? God damn it. I guess the only way really is just to use a regular expression to get rid of this whole entire string and just get the end of this part of here, which is pretty annoying. How am I going to do that? I wish there was just like something that just said the extension, like just the extension, but I guess because obviously at any point over here, at any point in your file, it can have a dot. So if I like, let's say for example, if I just like split it up into dots, it wouldn't be valid, right? And of course, we can accept different types of images, like a PNG, a JPEG, a GIF, or GIF, however you want to pronounce it. Get file extension JS. Yeah, I guess we could just split it. And just, yeah, I guess we can split it. So we'll do, let's see. We can do original name dot split with a dot. File dot original name dot split. And then pop is going to remove the last element, just like they said. Okay, that should be fine. And then we're going to concatenate it with this. Okay, and we're not done yet. This is the callback function, so nothing's going to happen after this, but we need to actually... Okay. We need the file path for our image, so we're gonna go ahead and say image Okay, so yes, we recreate the documentary. We're gonna go ahead and we need to do update file path is equal to image.id plus this, and I think that should be okay. This is like so much stuff right now. Okay, and then I want to execute this callback function, which we're going to do inside here. Okay. Updated. There we go. There we go. But the problem is, oh wait, yeah, there you can see the extension. The extension is there, but we need to actually concatenate with a dot. Forgot to do that. Okay, so let's delete this and let's delete this. And let me actually go into my MongoDB server. Use image. Where's the image uploader? Did we did save it to the database, didn't we? Did we not save it to the database? I see. Wait a minute. No. What the hell? Oh, we never saved it. Okay. That is an epic fail. Okay. I think this should be okay. I'm gonna comment this part out. Okay, so I think setting the file path like that with MongoDB, with Mongoose is fine. And then we have to do save. Okay, I can't believe I forgot that. Okay, and then I can't be asked. So I'm just going to copy that. And I'm just going to go ahead. Okay, saved. Okay, yeah, because we didn't actually save it. Okay. Okay. Let's try this again. Saved. Okay, show DBs now. There we go. Show tables. db.images.find. File path, that is not the correct file path. I need to fix that. The file path should be image uploads. And I think when we read from the database, we can specify that as the relative path, because this is a relative path. It might on different systems you might need to specify the absolute path, but we're gonna test that out real quick. Okay, so right now we only have one image in our database. We're gonna do it again. Okay, so this is the actual file path now. Okay, cool. Okay, so now we've actually uploaded it, and what we're gonna do is, if this succeeds, I think we're gonna go ahead and just say res.send. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna send a 201 response. Okay, so we got the 201 response, and now what we're going to do on the front end is we're gonna go ahead and right over here. So this is when it's successful. We're gonna set the input value. How do we set input? We set input HTML. We could do form.reset. I guess we could do that. And what else do I want to do? I want to send a link to the front end. So let's refresh. Try this again. Okay, perfect. So it does reset. Now we're going to go ahead and send a link to the front end. And what we're going to do is to get the link. How are we going to get the link? Okay, so the link is going to basically be a path that's going to give them the file. So we're going to go ahead and create a new route. Because the route, let me just delete these real quick. Okay, we're going to create a new route. This is going to be called images.js. And what we want to do is we want to send them a link to access the file. And the tricky part is how we're going to get it to access how we're going to make it so that they can actually access the file. So let's go ahead and I'm just going to copy this. Okay, this is going to be a router.get now. Recres. Okay, and we got to register it over here. I'm just going to call this images route. Images. And likewise, we're going to do .use. Okay. So basically, we're going to need a route parameter, and that route parameter is going to determine which image that we're going to access. So we're going to need image file. We call it that. And let's see. So if we're going to have to get the query, so we're going to say let okay, and this is going to be the tricky part. So we need to get the file name. The file name. Now, here's the thing. The file name, remember, the file name is going to be unique, right? And we know that the MongoDB database, the ID is what we're using as the name of the file for our images. So the query parameter is actually just going to be the name of the file with the dot extension. Okay, I think I got it. So let's just first of all, let's just try to access this. So let me see if I can open up. Can I do cRel images slash? Did I do something wrong? Okay, there we go. So curl, you can actually use curl to make requests. So see how I'm making an HTTP request with curl, and the parameter over here is ADASDA, and you can see it's being logged over there. That's exactly what we're going to do with images, okay? So this image over here, we're going to need to get the ID. So let me just walk you guys through it. So basically, we're going to upload this photo, right? When we upload it, this photo, it's going to be created in our database, right? We're going to have this random ID. The ID is also going to end with the dot, whatever, the dot extension, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to get that ID. We're going to search the database by ID for that document, which is going to get us the path to the file, and then we're going to send it to the user. Okay, so I'm trying to think. Let's see. Okay, here's what I'll do. On the front end, I'm going to go ahead and right over here, we'll just create a div, and I guess over here inside this div, this is where I'm going to send the success. This is where I'm going to send the link ultimately. So let's go ahead and say div equal document.query selector div. We're going to need to create a link, so let link equal document.create element a, and then link.href is going to be an http/localhost port 3000/images, and this is going to be the we need the ID of the file. So we're going to send that. We need to actually send that back to the front end. So we're going to do that up here. So over here, we have access to the file. I gotta console.log this again. Okay, file name, right over here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and send. I'm going to send the entire file name back. So we're going to see res.send.json, or I'm sorry, res.status21.json. This is going to be file name, and we're going to say rec.file dot what was the field called again? File name. Okay, and we can just end. So let's just send this again. What the hell? Body. That is, no, wait a minute. We're sending .json, file name, okay. And then we're ending. And on the front end, did I save the front end JavaScript? Yes, I did. Okay, let's try this again. Because I should be getting... What the hell? Alright, let's try this. Okay, so now it's 200, but where is the body though? Am I missing something? Why does it say readable stream? That is so weird. Index.js, line 15. Yeah, what? I don't get it. We're sending back. I have no idea what's going on, but I don't get it though, because we are sending back JSON. So why is that? Oh, I get it. Okay. I completely forgot. Okay, so when you use the fetch API, yeah. I get it now. So when you use the fetch API, the response sent back is a readable stream, I think, or it's some kind of you can't read it, so we have to convert. No, I think it's like plain text or something, and then you have to actually convert it to JSON. So we're just gonna say JSON. So now if I console.log the JSON response, there we go. Okay. It's been a while since I've used this, so perfect. Exactly what I wanted. Okay. So it was not a backend issue, it was a front-end issue. Keep the status there. Okay, cool. So now we have the file name. So on the front end, we're gonna go ahead and just say images, concatenate that with JSON.file name, or its file up, name that, and we're gonna go ahead and say div.append child. We're gonna append the link right over there. And now if I refresh, there should be append child of null. So did I save this? I probably didn't. Where did it append? Did it append? No, it didn't. Okay. Create elements. Okay, we have an A link.href. Let's see, link dot. I think this might actually be an immutable property, so I'll just try this. Okay, hopefully that actually works. No. Let's see. Div. So we have div. Okay. Append child. Insert. Yeah, it should be append child though, so I don't know. I don't get it. Why can't I create? We created an A. Yeah, I don't get it. Console.log div console.log link. So div, okay, so where is the link? Okay, so it's inserted, but where is it though? I don't see it. What the hell? It says it's like right over here. I don't get it. What the hell? I don't have any other divs, so let's just... So weird. Yeah, I don't get it. Where is it being inserted? Insert link to div.js. Nope, not exactly. Let's see. Okay, so A is... Oh, I see. Oh. Okay, that makes so much sense. Okay. We need to set the name, I guess? Or no, not the name, but... Okay, so the link is created, but it's... We don't actually have any text in it. So we created the text node. Okay, so yeah, let's do that real quick. Let's create a text node. Let link text equal document dot create text node image. Let's just do that for now. And then for the A, we're gonna say append child. A link the append child is gonna be link text. Do we need anything else? Title. The link title. I don't know what that is, but I think this should be okay. We're probably missing that text from the beginning, so that's why. There we go. And you're gonna, okay, perfect. That's exactly what I want. Okay, now you can see if we go here. So basically, if I click on this, what should happen is you're gonna see in the logs, you're gonna see that we have the ID, which, well, that's the ID of the document, but that's also the name of the file and the extension. So what we're gonna do is when we reach that route, we're gonna go ahead and say let ID equals image file dot split. We're gonna split it by the dot, and I'm just gonna say shift. That's gonna remove the first element from the array and return it, because dot split will give us an array. Okay, and so we have the ID. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and go inside our database. So we're gonna say const image upload require models dot image upload. We're gonna go ahead and say image upload dot find by ID, pass in the ID. Then, so if that's the case, so if it's found, we're going to go ahead okay, so if it's found, what we're going to do is we're going to get the file path. So console.log v the file path. We're going to go ahead and I think what we need to do is we need to actually just send it. So holy shit, that's so many uploads. Let me delete this folder. Okay, I think we can just actually send the file by specifying the path. I think send via file path, send file. Try this again. Let's see. Path must be absolute or specify root to res.sendFile. Ah, okay. So we're having an issue over here. So we don't have an absolute path. Path must be absolute or specify root to res.sendFile. Okay. You know what? Let me actually try this. So for the file path, I'm going to save it in the database just like this. Yeah, okay. Okay. So let's just delete this again. And let me go inside my database, because right now we have like a bunch of different, a bunch of stuff. Let's drop this. And let's just go ahead and upload it again. Okay. Now in our database, we have, I just dropped it again. Crap. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do find. There we go. Okay. So that's our file path. So the issue right now is it's saying that we need to specify an absolute path or a root with .sendFile. That's our issue right now. So let's go ahead and let me click on this, and you're gonna see we have the same thing. I honestly never had seen this issue before, but I feel like maybe if we do dir name, that should be fine. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So root is going to be directory name. So we are actually in the routes, so I don't think this is going to work. I think this is the wrong one. I think it needs to be the next one. Yeah, see? We need to go back a little bit, so let's just do root. Oh, you know, I'm going to use the path module. We're going to say path.join, so we're going to go out one. And that's going to bring us to the direct. That's going to bring us to the main one. I think that should be fine, actually. Documents. Wait a minute. Wait, whoa. Documents. No, that's not the. That shouldn't be the case. Okay. I got it. It's path.join dir name, which is currently it's routes. We're gonna go out 1, and I think that should be fine. No. Okay, it works. But we don't want it to save. We want to actually send an actual file. Express send image. So right now, we want to actually send an image and not actually save it. I'm trying to see if... yeah, because this is actually going to save the file, and we don't want to do that. We want to actually send the image. Or serve it, rather. Not like actually save it. But I think maybe we might actually need to rely on the front end actually for this. Let's see. What I'm thinking is what if what if I do this? What if I create a view? Let's call this image.js, and the image source is going to be that. And then instead, what I'll do is I'll say render. I'll say image. And I'll say image. So we'll pass in the actual path of the file. And that should be I wonder if that'll actually work. No, I don't think so. So we're on this route, but wait, what? Okay, there we go. Source image v.file path. That should be string interpolation though. Source unknown, EJS. Oh, wait. Totally forgot about that. Okay, that's a broken image, but I think it's because we are specifying the incorrect path. So I think if we do... I think that should work. No. I see. Go back one. So that's gonna take us to routes. That's gonna take us out of routes. Okay. Yeah, I think it's because this is actually supposed to render in all the public assets. Yeah, so we do have the image, but we're in the wrong directory. God damn it. How do I get to the right directory? I guess it's because we need to serve it as public. Right, so think of like this. Let's say if I... Okay. Okay, let me try let me try this. The file path is going to be public. Okay, hopefully everything should go into that correct folder. No, we got an error. Public uploaded. No, we do have it there. Public uploaded. Image clone. Public uploaded. What's going on over here? Saved, and then what? There's the public folder. Okay. Why is it saying that when the directory is... Fucking hell, man. Yeah, I don't understand what the problem is. What is the problem here? Public uploaded. Okay, we have that directory. It's literally over here. Is it in scripts? Oh my god, that's so dumb. Why would it do that? Okay, there we go. Now it should work. There we go. Okay, I figured that was the issue. So the issue... Okay. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Okay, I guess that works. It's not the best implementation, but this is one way you could do it. Wow. And let me see if I can... Let me get another... Let me just see if I can find an image on my system real quick. It's like a sample. Okay, so actually, well, here's what I'll do. I'm gonna take a screenshot, and I'm gonna save it to my desktop. So I'm taking a screenshot. Okay, let's upload screenshot 2 now. So now, go to it. There we go. Bam. That's the screenshot I just took, and there we go. And now I can go over here, and I can send this link to whoever I want, and they can access this file. And this file is saved on our server. Okay. And you can see it's saved over here. Though I don't know why over here. I guess you can't open .jfif files, but I guess with PNG files it's fine. Okay, so yeah, this was... I know I didn't really explain it too well because I was just kind of like brute forcing it, but again, this wasn't really a tutorial. This was just really me just trying to like implement something that I've never done before, and I just wanted to share with you guys. And I know like the application itself looks so ugly, but I guess maybe in the next video I'll focus on like making it look nicer and stuff. So yeah, let me see. Like, so I want to kind of like just explain what exactly just happened, because originally we had all of our images saved in this image uploads folder, but the reason why it wasn't working, well, not that it wasn't working, it was, but it's not what we wanted, because what we wanted was we wanted to actually see the image like on the next path, right? Instead we were trying to download it instead, right? I think that's what .send file does. So instead, what I decided to do was I decided to put all the uploaded files inside this uploaded folder, inside the public folder, because this public folder is where all of the public assets are being saved. Okay, so instead I would just say, okay, let's just render the image with EJS. And that's what I did inside here. I'm using string interpolation. I'm using embedded JavaScript, which is EJS. And the source of this is just the path of the image file, which is what we're sending right over here. We're sending image slash and then the file path, and the file path is just uploaded, and then the ID.png. Hopefully that makes sense. I know it's a little bit weird, but yeah. So I guess maybe in the next video I'll focus on making this look prettier. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.